Welcome back to our Nashville Pride Wrap-Up Show. I'm Brent Meredith. Here with me again to wrap the show are my co-host Pam Wheeler and Nashville Pride Board Member Phil Cabucci. So guys, we were talking a little bit about the weather and everything that was in store or that happened on that Sunday. And I was curious to see, I actually ended up not getting to do anything on Sunday, but I had a lot of friends that went to the tea dance that evening, and I believe Salt and Peppa showed up there. And I know some other folks were trying to sort of scramble around and do other events. What did you guys end up doing or seeing or encouraging folks to do on Sunday? What did you do, Pam? What did you do on Sunday? You mentioned you had done some stuff.
I sure did. I got very fortunate that somebody told me, because I usually don't get out on Sundays to the tea dance, but of course had planned to go to Pride. And I got lucky. Somebody told me that Salt and Peppa was going to be at the tea dance. So I got over there with my friends and had a blast. It was a lot of fun. The spirit was high, even though, you know, the weather didn't come through for us. And I just think it's important to say, I know I'm going back a little bit. That rain was like a 1 in 25 year rain or something. I've been going to Prides for a long time. We've had a little pop-up storm. We've had to leave the festival a few years ago, but we could come back. That was next level stuff that we shouldn't see very much. But anyway, at the tea dance, I had a great time. I saw so many people I hadn't seen in too long because I have a kid and I don't go out like I used to.
So you were able to make the best of it. I think most people were able to make the best of it. Phil, you said earlier you put your feet up and sort of enjoyed not being standing in water anymore. Were you guys sort of trying to figure out what to do as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. You know, when we're running the festival, well, every one of us, we're running on adrenaline, right? There's so much to do. There's so many people to see. There are things to do, things that we're being called into. You know, in my role, I'm, back and forth on media all day long and talking about what's going on at the festival, and it's just go, go, go. Saturday, when we delayed, it was like, okay, this is weird. I don't know what to do with myself. And I'm really tired because I was up at 4 a.m., And then Sunday was the same thing. We were just walking around the festival and it was just mud everywhere. And people were out, out thanking the vendors as they were packing up, which was disappointing. And then, there's people who are still showing up because they didn't get the word, and we're having conversations with folks. In the end, we packed things up. We were able to donate a lot of the food that was from backstage to our friends on the street, nice. Which was really great and heartwarming in a lot of ways. And every one of the artists, or at least our top artists, found ways to get involved and engaged on Sunday night. And so Sweet Tea Dance was able to have Freak Daddy, Tommy Genesis, as well as Salt and Peppa. And I made it out. It was a bad idea, but I made it out. But I will say, Salt and Peppa did a great show for, 550 people inside of Basement East, and it was a great time.
I mean, that sounds like a great time. They did a great show a few years back at Pride, so it was kind of like a coming home for them, and to do it in a smaller group had to be nice. And that's great of them to want to even try to make it up. I mean, that shows that they understand too. I mean, they want to perform as well.
I would also say too, Brent, that our friends at Lipstick Lounge also hosted the Rainbow Stage all day long. And so every one of those artists who were lined up for Saturday or for part of Saturday and Sunday were all performing at the Lipstick Lounge. And we're really appreciative of them to just kind of open up their space and let these artists perform.
That is awesome. If it's one thing our community can do, it's make the most out of something, right? I mean, we've been doing it for a long time. So everybody did that on Sunday. And sort of looking ahead to next year, I'm assuming, are you guys planning to keep sort of the same format? We looking to stay in September and at Bicentennial Mall again? Hopefully in a nice sunny day.
Hopefully for a nice sunny day. We are not able to necessarily release a date yet. We are looking at both June and September.
Okay.
So a lot of that revolves around what's been booked at the properties and what's available. And
sure.
We're not there yet to necessarily say what date we're going to be announcing for.
Okay.
But we are committed to hopefully staying at Bicentennial Mall. We will be committed to having a parade. more to come.
No, that's fair. It's really early to say. I feel like everybody had such a great time in the new space, and it just seemed to flow really well, all things aside. So I was really excited to hear you guys are still considering that. And of course, even the time of the year was nice, but to be able to have gotten through the summer and all the other celebrations and to have that to look forward to through the summer was kind of nice for me, selfishly. But is it too early to start thinking about supporting next year? And I feel like I have the answer to this already in mind. To become a Friends of Pride member, I'm assuming now is the perfect time to join and do sort of the monthly donation to get to that level. You guys already looking for volunteers. What can people do now to get ready for next year?
So we are still, we very much are looking for volunteers. We really want to build our strong community and volunteer base throughout the year. And that is one of the most important things for us. The second thing is that, we are in the process of reformulating our Friends of Pride program and what that looks like. But you can start by making just a simple $5 a month donation if you can afford it, because that's helpful for us to lay the strong foundation to ensure that we have a successful festival in 2022. And so those are all things that are still very much needed. And you can actively get involved by even just showing up to a board meeting and saying, I want to take this on, or I'm really passionate about kids or family or youth or something of that nature, and we can get you plugged into something.
That is really great to hear, because I think, again, it's always bears repeating. This is a volunteer organization. It's a nonprofit organization. Nobody is cashing in any way by doing this. It's really giving of one's time. And Pam, I want you to give what you're saying as far as when it comes to getting involved. I know you have 3 different things that folks can do, and I love when you talk about that. What can they do?
Oh, look at you. What I say, and let me see if I remember it. No, everybody can either give time, talent, or money.
That's it.
You've got one of those 3 things. So, make it happen. And it's people also, I think, have this wrong idea that that there's not a need and that they cannot make a difference. And I just know that's absolutely not true. Even at a very healthy Pride organization, they need to plan for the next group of leaders that will come in. So there's a spot for you, for everyone, in Pride and in so many organizations.
That is exactly right. I mean, that's so true. And I mean, I know we've got a newer board, and anything you can talk about coming forward or looking into next year or even the rest of this year. Is there anything already on the books?
So as of yesterday, the board held elections for incoming officers, and we have not announced that yet, but we will be soon. There is still opportunity to be involved in the organization, and board seats are certainly available. But we really just need volunteers. That's the key, right?
Yeah.
We need to build that volunteer base of people who are passionately care about one specific thing or all of the things, and find where you can invest your time, your talent, or your treasure into one of those things, so that we can continue to build a festival that we're proud of, but also one that is one of the leading festivals for Pride in the Southeast.
That is wonderful, and that's perfect note to end on. And I just want to say, if anybody needs more information or wants to do anything at all, they can go to nashvillepride.org, and everything they would want is there. And we are out of time tonight, but you can follow us on social for breaking news, and you can enjoy clips of the show anytime at outandabouttoday.com. Thanks for watching. Good night.